Hi, good morning. It's really lovely to be with you this morning from my garden. I hope you'll be able to hear me. I know sometimes there are some noises in the background or it might be a bit windy, but I thought it was nice to invite you into my garden space today. So my name is Jody Stowell and I'm the vicar of St Mike's, Harrow. I'm working with Andrew and John as we support you as a congregation through your interim process. And I'm delighted to be with you this morning. I know I've met some of you already on Zoom afternoon teas and evening drinks, but it's good to be with a wider group of you this morning, and I hope to meet more of you at some point during this process. However, it's good for now to be with you in this way. So I was excited this morning to read that one of the readings today is the passage from Genesis 28, which we're going to be considering this morning. It may be familiar to some of you, the story of Jacob's ladder, where he sees angels ascending and descending in a dream as he lies on the hard and rocky ground. Because of the angels in this story, it's one that is read at Michaelmas, St Michael and All Angels Day. So it's one that is special to my own congregation and my own context when we celebrate our patronal festival. So it's lovely to have this connection with you this morning. It's a great passage, so I know you'll have had it read to you already, but I'm going to read it again so we can really indwell it with each other this morning. Jacob left Beersheba and went towards Haran. He came to a certain place and stayed there for the night, because the sun had set. Taking one of the stones of the place, he put it under his head and lay down in that place. And he dreamed that there was a ladder set up on earth, the top of it reaching to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. And the Lord stood beside him and said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham, your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie, I will give to you and your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And all the families of the earth shall be blessed in you and in your offspring. Know that I am with you and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land. For I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. Then Jacob woke from his sleep and said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. And he was afraid and said, How awesome is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. So Jacob rose early in the morning, and he took the stone that he had put under his head and set it up for a pillar, and poured oil on the top of it. He called that place Bethel. So I wonder how you are feeling about being a church going through an interim process, especially at a time of COVID-19 when everything feels very uncertain and unsure. All is changing. There is no normality, not even a new one. And I imagine it would be very reasonable to think that at least in your church community, that you might have some stability. But no, even here, there is change and uncertainty. You are in the middle of something, a process, and it's not sure exactly what the end point is going to look like. A certain amount of anxiety is normal in this situation. It would be normal even without a global pandemic going on. Jacob too was in an interim place with inarguably more anxiety and uncertainty about what the future held. He had just cheated his brother Esau out of the oldest brother blessing, which was rightly Esau's, And their mother, Rebecca, instructs him to run away because his brother is going to kill him. So Jacob strikes out into the unknown to go to his uncle's place. And in this passage, we find him in between. And it's in the in-between that he rests and dreams. And in his rest and in his dreaming, he discovers that God is already there in the in-between place. I am the Lord, the God of Abraham your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and your offspring shall be like the dust of the earth, and you shall spread abroad to the west and to the east, to the north and to the south. And all the families of the earth shall be blessed in you and in your offspring. Know that I am with you and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done what I have promised you. It is in the interim spot where he stops that he is given a blessing and told that he is to be a blessing to all the families of the earth. He is also told that wherever he is, here, there, and all the in-between places where he may find himself, God is with him. In the interim place where you are as a church congregation, take time to rest and to dream. It's tempting to rush through this kind of place, to think that it is neither here nor there, and so it is not of great importance, or even that it is a bad place somehow to be in an interim place. But these are the places where God surprises us. These are the places where God shows up. Rest and dream. Jacob, when he wakes up, takes a stone and anoints it with oil in order to mark the place where God showed up. The in-between place became a significant marker on the journey of his life with God. Perhaps as a church community together, you might find a way to mark this time in your life together, so that the in-between becomes none other than the house of God and the gate of heaven. This is my prayer for you this morning, that you will embrace this in-between time, that you will receive a blessing from God, and that you will go into your future together to be a blessing to all the families of Eastcote and maybe the whole earth. And that you will rest and dream. Amen.